Only, well, it'd be with us not being well off. Oh, do you need both bars on? I'd be stifled in here.
What about the 30s? Were you aware of the storm clouds gathering?
Well, we hadn't been married long.
And there was the Spanish Civil War.
We always got the Yorkshire Evening Post. It might not have been in there. Oh, I don't know why he wanted this shade of green. I wouldn't do a toilet in this colour.
Oh.
I remember Korea, because you nearly had to go.
Well, I remember that. I was 18. It's childhood I'm talking about. Why did I have no childhood?
Well, you never went short.
Exactly. And the upshot is I'll end up as an adult person without any baggage. Childhood's supposed to last you through life. A proper childhood. It's a sandwich as if you're a writer. You pack lunch, and because I never went short when I was little, now I'm starving.
Would it be the war?
It was never the war. Childhoods don't stop because of the war. It wasn't like bananas. They didn't shut down for the duration. They happen, childhoods. They occur. You have them willy-nilly. You should have had the childhood I had. I was glad to see the back of mine.
This is my father, who had died a few years previously. He's standing outside the ladies' lavatory in Schofield's department store, holding a handbag. The handbag belongs to my mother.
I don't like to take it in with me in case I have to put it on the floor.
In which case, it will be polluted until the end of time. Yes, I wouldn't have escaped arrest for as long as I have. I've waited with her flaming handbag outside every toilet in the West Riding, and it gets more and more prolonged. Once upon a time, she would have been in and out. Only nowadays she seems to have an all-over wash afterwards.
To signal that the handbag is not his, Dad holds it slightly apart from himself, as if it is in some sense distasteful. And yet, as I will one day come to see, this was a kind of declaration too, and the holding of his wife's handbag one of the austere and lonely offices of love.
Of course you had a childhood, and we've got the snaps to prove it.
Why were we so ordinary?
Everybody was ordinary then. You were ordinary when you lived round us.
Why have I got no memories?
Because we were happy. That's why. And Alan.
What?
Look after your mum.
Here's the toilet. Take my handbag.
Ma'am, I won't.
Well, you can put it under your coat.
No.
Oh, I do miss your dad.
Cheated of childhood though I feel in middle age, this is nothing new, as I was already feeling the same at the time.
So, your first school was?
Upper Ramley National School. That's right. The walls were hung with oilcloth charts of birds and the wonders of the natural world, the treasures of the seashore, and I knew they were a con.
A con? You were 8.
Well, all the birds you ever saw in Leeds were brown. The shore at Morecambe, which according to the charts was alive with crabs and seahorses and studded with starfish, that was brown too.
Not everywhere was like that.
Well, Leeds was. Morecambe was. Even language was. Did you ever come across sward?
Sward?
It's what they call grass in stories. Lush, thick grass that you can have picnics on or nights, gallop over.
I asked the teacher if there was sward in Leeds, and if that was sward on the wreck in Moorfield Road. She said it was. Dog dirt and thin grass, it was never sward. Leeds didn't run to sward, or Morecambe to starfish. At the age of 8, I knew that books were a con. A few years after Dad died, I'm ordering some coal in Yorkshire.
Yes?
Oh, Mr. Redhead, it's Alan Bennett.
Oh, my goodness. I am conversing with higher beings.
Yeah. Can I have some coal?
You can. Though I have to say, however celebrated you are, you'll never be a patch on your dad.
That was how my father was always remembered. His face brimming with goodwill, and Mam too. A lovely couple. Except if you're their son and want drama, deprivation, or even disappointment. And I was still complaining about it to my mother in 1976 when I was already in my 40s. For literature, you see, one needs credentials.
You've been to college. You've got your cap and gown.